I don't think it will. Granted that we've seen a lot of safety goggles appearing, I at least have, and Incineroar's not going to be able to fake out under that. So he's also, I think Tyler's also going to have to use this Kartana in order to help deal with it. And he's also got to watch out for the Trick Room mode that Jeremy's got with the Stack Attacka. And we're just about getting ready into game here. About 10 more seconds of team preview, and then we'll have our leads. We'll have and they're about to get into game. All right, round one, Swiss round 1 of 4. Oh, that spelled wrong. Right, we good? Okay. So Crobat Xerneas. This could be a problem if Jeremy decides to go Lele, but he doesn't. He goes double restricted. So both sides have the potential of perhaps Tailwind. I don't know if Jeremy's is going to be running Tailwind, but Tyler's almost certainly will. And I actually didn't catch whether Drizzle or Fairy Aura went off first, but that's a good indication of finding out which which Pokemon is going to be moving faster. We can pretty much assume that the Crobat's going to be moving first, just by virtue of how fast it can speed tie a Tapu Koko, so nothing to slight at. So Yveltal's coming back here for now. A pretty good call, doesn't want to be staring down Xerneas, even if you don't expect it to Geomancy right away. Incineroar is always just a good switch-in. And Water Spout's going first, so that is probably a choice Scarf Kyogre. And Xerneas is going to be going for the Geomancy, but has to worry about Fake Out this next turn. Tyler could potentially match that with his own Fake Out if he has Incineroar and decides to swap that in right here. But being down your support Pokemon before it can do anything right away, that's... Did the screen freeze? Alright. There's a few technical difficulties, and it is Incineroar coming back in. So, there is a strong potential that these Incineroar can speed tie, but, you know, if either of these trainers have trained their Incineroar's speed in order to be potentially faster than another, or speed creeping by any chance, then now would be a good time to find out. And obviously that Kyogre's not going to want to stick around for it. Dark Aura coming back. Incineroar is going to be moving. So Tyler's Incineroar is going to be moving before Jeremy's. That's still no indication if that's a speed tie or not. But the fact that Tyler used Fake Out into Jeremy's Incineroar is kind of means that he's pretty confident that his Incineroar is built to outspeed other Incineroars. So I would be willing to guess that Tyler's Incineroar is going to be all around faster than Jeremy's. Psychic Surge coming in here. I don't know what this Tapu Lele is going to be able to do against Tyler's Xerneas, but it is very heavily chipped. It's at close to 20% of its health, so if you can get one good attack off onto it, then that will be it for Xerneas. And then Jeremy will have a better chance at repositioning. So he is going to opt to swap out the Incineroar right now. It's a Kartana. Like I said, that Kartana is going to be good against this Tapu Lele, and going for the safe play protecting there, I like that. Tapu Lele also going for the protect, which is interesting because now it won't be able to do it the next turn. So, Sonora's knockoff. And it is going to reveal the Assault Vest, so... Some Assault Vest Kartana that I've seen have opted to not use max speed, so I don't know if that's going to change anything right now, but that Kartana is most likely still going to outspeed the Tapu Lele, and it's going to probably outspeed the Incineroar. So you can kind of double the Tapu Lele slot and kind of guarantee yourself a free kill at this point. And then this puts Jeremy in a bad position, so Jeremy can just try getting as much information as he wants out of this, and then move on to game 2. But there's the Moonblast. And Jeremy shows the Focus Sash on the Tapu Lele. Did Kartana double up the Lele slot? He did. Good play. Now, does this Incineroar opt to Flare Blitz? It does. Into the Xerneas slot? Into the Xerneas slot. Aw, man. Jeremy's own Rain coming back to bite him. And this Kyogre is probably not going to be able to outspeed the Xerneas at this point, so... But maybe it can take an attack from it and potentially finish off the Xerneas. Or just go down. And that should be it. Tyler is pretty much going to wrap up Game 1 here, and we'll be on to Game 2. What Jeremy can do here is potentially navigate his way into a Trick Room mode with that Stakataka and Incineroar combo. And in order to do this, you need to make sure that the Crobat is off the field because it might be carrying Taunt. You also have to stay safe with that Amoonguss if Tyler knows that Jeremy has to rely on that Trick Room mode in order to apply more offensive pressure in this next game coming up here. Also, do they know who my name is? What my name is? Alright. So, for those who don't know, my name is Rohan Vongol, and I go by ConnexVGC on Twitter. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. For those just tuning in, this is round 1 of 4 at the Saturday, Ohio Midseason Showdown here in Columbus, Ohio. And it's actually quite funny. It's going to be raining all day today, and fancy that when both teams have Kyogre. Oh, hi, Sax Lad. Oh man, this is a hyped up chat room. I hope you guys are having a fun time. I know I'm having a fun time so far, and it's only round 1. So let's keep the ball rolling. Into game 2. So how is Jeremy going to reposition after that first game? Yeah, there's the Amoonguss coming out, so Tyler has to navigate that Amoonguss better in order to potentially take care of Stakataka's Trick Room mode. Granted, the Stakataka isn't holding safety goggles, but Jeremy's actually going to opt to go for the same restricted duo that he did last game. I love this battle music. I see you bumped into it. Alright. Amoonguss can... We don't know if this Amoonguss will be able to take a combination of knockoff plus Water Spout. So, we already know that the Xerneas gets clocked to about 20 to 25% of its HP after a Kyogre Water Spout, so I think the ball is in Jeremy's court though right now. He has the free will to do what he wants, granted by that restricted duo. So Kyogre's gonna Water Spout yet again. And Amoonguss not going for a Rage Powder. That did even more against... Okay. Alright, so Amoonguss is going to go down this turn. Alright. And the Pyapa Berry being revealed here. And out comes the Moonblast. Will this knock out the Yveltal in one hit? It will. So that is a pretty free KO for him. And Tyler can now, if he has Incineroar in the back, he can pretty easily swap in Incineroar in order to... Oh wait, hold on. No, he can't. Or at least I don't think so. If Jeremy sends out his own Incineroar, then it becomes Jeremy's offensive pressure again. Yeah, so there's his Incineroar, and yeah, there's a double Incineroar lead. So now, what can you do here? You can just fake out into each other's restricted mons, or Tyler can fake out into Jeremy's Incineroar. But if Tyler does that, then Incineroar is likely going to go down to a Water Spout if it doesn't have either a Pasho Berry or an Assault Vest. But Xerneas isn't Geomancy boosted just yet. But after Geomancy boost, it was able to outspeed Jeremy's Kyogre. It was able to outspeed Jeremy's Kyogre and take it out in one hit. So the ball is largely in Jeremy's court, I feel. So Tyler could fake out and, yeah, reposition the Xerneas into Kartana. I don't know if with the fake out chip damage it'll be able to take a... Oh, very good play from Jeremy, blocking the fake out entirely, and that's probably going to be a free knockout onto the Incineroar now. And we'll see just how much damage this does to Tyler's Kartana. Oh yeah, this is... Jeremy has pulled it back and he's winning game 2. All he has to do is fire off another Water Spout and that's it. Yeah, excellent play from Jeremy, realizing that the fake out's the only thing that Tyler has going for him in order to reposition himself potentially, and shutting that down immediately with the Lele. Impressive stuff. On to game 3. Yes, we confirmed already that Jeremy's Kyogre is holding a Choice Scarf game 1, because that Kyogre was able to outspeed Tyler's Crobat before it could move, and slapped it with a Water Spout. Crobat wasn't able to live that. And it wasn't holding a Focus Sash, which it also confirmed. So it might be holding Safety Goggles. I know for a fact Jeremy doesn't really care about Safety Goggles since he ran Lovely Kiss Smeargle for a while. I mean, I'm looking at all the other tables and everyone's just having fun all around. Everyone's chatting, everyone's having a good time. So this next game, I think Jeremy can kind of stick with his with his double restricted lead plus Incineroar Lele in the back. The onus is kind of up to Tyler in order to reposition himself better in order to counteract that. We still don't know if Jeremy's Yveltal has Sucker Punch or not. So if he does, So if Tyler does go for a Xerneas Amoonguss lead again against Jeremy's double restricted, then you're facing down a Water Spout plus knockoff potential onto that Amoonguss, and then if the Xerneas does Geomancy in that time, then a Sucker Punch would be enough to take it out. And Tyler has no way of counteracting that because he has no Lele, he has no Sarina, he doesn't have Bruxish, I guess. So, Amoonguss Kyogre. Okay. First time we're seeing Tyler's Kyogre on stream. Versus Jeremy's double restricted. So Jeremy's Drizzle does go off before Tyler's does. So that could be an indication that Tyler doesn't have a Choice Scarf on him. This could also be a potential speed tie. But Tyler does have a lot of support and Tailwind on it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that Kyogre isn't holding a Choice Scarf. Alright, so the Water Spout's coming out here. And Yveltal is going to go for a knockoff. And that took out Amoonguss last game. It's going to take Amoonguss out this game as well. It's sort of the Pyoppa Berry once again. And Kyogre going for a Thunder. Let's see how much damage this does, but yeah, Jeremy is going to have to swap it. Oh, and the Paralysis. That's not good. If Jeremy is able to get that Kyogre out safely, then maybe he can bring it in for the end game, potentially against Tyler's Incineroar. But he's got to deal with this Xerneas first. And that Yveltal is also going to be weak to the Thunder, so this is a precarious situation for Jeremy here. However, we did reveal last game that Yveltal outsped the Xerneas, and that Yveltal outspeeds the Kyogre now too, so it's up to Jeremy to decide what he prioritizes more right now. I would prioritize the Xerneas, but at the same time, the Kyogre is threatening a Thunder. If Jeremy also adapted with his Pokemon in the back, then this could play out differently. So, Tyler's actually going to opt his own Kyogre out. I think that's a pretty smart play. And Jeremy's getting his out. For Toxicroak, that's one we haven't seen in the past 2 games. And Protect coming out here. Pretty safe, but if that Xerneas did go for a Moonblast. Tyler's probably waiting until there's only 2 Pokemon left for him in order to Geomancy potentially. What you could do here is fake out the Xerneas and also knock it off here. But if Tyler reads into that, he can Protect and then do whatever with Kartana. He's gonna have to attack with the Kartana because we did reveal the Assault Vest on it earlier. Alright, Kartana is coming back for now. Probably back into Kyogre, yep. Alright, and the fake out into the Xerneas, is it a knockoff also into the Xerneas? No, knockoff into Kyogre. Oh, that's a KO. Knocked off the Wave Instance, and for those who don't know what that is, it works basically the same way as Splash Plate and as Mystic Water, and it boosts your water type attacks by 10%. I could be wrong on the 10%. It might be 20%. I think it's 20%. Alright. Just what can this Kartana do to the Yveltal right now? Because that Toxicroak is likely built to take a +2 Moonblast from Geomancied up Xerneas. Oh, so he's going to withdraw the He's gonna withdraw the Toxicroak for now. Incineroar coming in. Alright. I'm surprised Jeremy hasn't done anything with this Yveltal, though. Seeing as though it did get taken out in one hit. Okay, Power Herb's gone. Xerneas is just gonna get a free Moonblast off. Into the Incineroar, so Jeremy called that Tyler would expect Jeremy to withdraw the Yveltal, potentially into Incineroar, so he opted to double into the Toxicroak instead. Good play by Jeremy. He should be able to get another free Fake Out off into the Xerneas, and Yveltal would be free to knock off the Kartana, maybe attack the Xerneas again. But whatever Tyler's Xerneas damage takes, whatever damage that Tyler's Xerneas takes, sorry I phrased that poorly, that damage is going to stick. And Kartana getting one-shot by a critical hit. Jeremy is up 4-1 right now against a half-health Xerneas, so... yeah, and Tyler's going to opt to forfeit. And the set goes to Jeremy, so... nice job to Jeremy to reposition after game 1. Players shaking hands right now, and that was a really good set. Are we doing player interviews at all? Or? No? Okay.